Consider the following class declaration. So we have here class base, and then we have here another class, which is sub. Notice that sub extends base, which means that sub is a child and base is a parent. So when I'm trying to create objects of the class, I can use the superclass to reference a subclass object, but I cannot go the other way around. Also, when I construct, I can only use constructors that actually exist in the class. So the question is asking which one will not compile. Let's go over A through D and why they do compile. So A is creating a base object with a base reference and is using the empty parenthesis constructor, the no argument constructor. So this is perfectly fine since there is a no argument constructor in the class. Perfect. Works, no problem. The next one will also work because it's using a constructor that accepts an int. And if you notice in the class, we have a constructor for base that accepts an int. So this will also work perfectly fine, not have any problem at all. The D option, notice that we're creating a sub object with the sub constructor with empty parentheses and storing that as a sub variable, which is perfectly fine, no problem at all, since that constructor exists in the class. C would also work. The constructor exists in the class, like we just looked at a second ago, and we're storing it as a base. Now, normally these match, but remember that Java will allow you using a superclass reference to store a subclass object. Okay, this will allow your variable that you create to accept more types of objects to be stored in that one variable. So this is allowable in Java. What is not allowable is E. You're trying to use a constructor that does not exist in the class. I do not have a constructor sub that accepts an int. I only have one constructor in the class sub, which has empty parentheses. So I can't use a sub that takes an int since there is no such constructor that exists in the class.